Thank you. Hello, participants. Hello, everybody. Very good afternoon to all of you present over here for attending Kuchko sponsored short-term training program on automotive engine, emission, and green fuel technology. Myself, Samar Shilak, faculty from Automobile Engineering of A.D. Patel Institute of Technology, heartily welcome each one of you present over here. Today we have among us Dr. Paresh D. Patel sir for delivering a technical session on life cycle analysis of automotive engine. Dr. P.D. Patel sir is presently working as an assistant professor of automobile engineering department at LD College of Engineering, Ahmedabad. Thank you sir for accepted our invitation and coming to deliver a technical session. Now I would like to share a brief resume of our today's expert. P.D. Patel sir has obtained his PhD degree from Sherwar University with specialization in internal combustion engine. He is having 3 years of the industrial experience and more than 15 years of the teaching experience. He has published more than 15 articles in international and national level in the area of the alternative fuel. He has also published a book in the area of the engineering graphics for the first year of engineering students. P.D. Patel sir has been given additional charge as an officer on the special duty for the degree engineering and diploma to degree engineering and the pharmacy admission at Admission Committee for Professional Courses ACPC at Ahmedabad. He has been involved to lead a team of the faculty members who have been deputed for the degree engineering and diploma to degree admission for making the entire admission process a successful one. He has successfully carried the administrative assignments like framing of the draft rule for the degree engineering, diploma to degree admissions, preparation of the merit list, online counseling, etc. Now, not much wasting of time to start our technical session. I would like to invite Dr. Paresh D. Patel sir to start the session. I think we will learn a lot of from this technical session. Sir,
Thank you very much, Samar. Thank you very much for
thank you.
giving me a brief introduction regarding my academics and administrative work. I thanks a lot to all the coordinators and the persons who are involved in this faculty development program. Today's session has been informed that the session has to be on the life cycle analysis. Is it audible?
Yes, sir.
Guys,
Yes,
is it audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It is audible. Yeah, fine.
audible.
Thank you. Today's session that is normally life cycle analysis, the tribological assessment. This life cycle analysis, all the guys are comfortable, no? Hello?
Yes,
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Thank you. The session is on life cycle analysis. Tribological assessment. Normally what happens is life cycle word, it associated with so many things, process, so many departments, discipline. But as far as the automobile is concerned, so what exactly this life cycle is? So suppose I say that normally, tremendous work has been done on the alternative fuels, in the area of alternative fuels, in the area of engine, in the area of combustion, in the area of performance of engine, in the area of combustion of engine, combustion analysis of engine. But generally, why? Why the need of life cycle analysis is? So basically, we have to understand first why the need of life cycle for any internal combustion engine. So generally what happens when we are running an engine with fossil fuel, petrol or diesel, it's manufactured for the base. This is the basic fuel for the CA engine or SA engine, petrol or diesel. So there is no issue at all as per the as per the described life of the engine. But when we are alternating, where we are using a different fuels rather than petrol or diesel, rather than fossil fuels. So what happens for the short run operation of the engine, there may be no difficulties, but suddenly what happens occasionally during the long run, the engine faults horribly while operating on pure vegetable oils or maybe on the alternative fuels, biofuels, which has a high viscosity. So at that time, there may be possibilities that the wear of the vital part of the CI engine, maybe or SI engine, maybe uh, wear out for the long run. There may be engine will be collapse. So to avoid these all parts, to avoid this all this horrible collapse, horrible fail of the engine, we have to analyze a life cycle of engine when we are when we are using alternative fuels. So normally what we are doing, I have seen during my academics in research point of view, during the research, so many students, as far as the MTech is concerned, as far as the doctorate is concerned, so many students, what they are doing is they are performing IC engine on the basis of brake thermal efficiency, brake power, specific fuel consumption, that's all. And then they conclude it. Same way they are suppose for the combustion analysis, they are using this P theta diagram and then they conclude that this is what the start of injection is this and start of combustion is this, and then they conclude that this NOx reduction and etc. etc. But actually, when we are replacing a fuel in a existing engine, we have to understand the physics of the engine during the long run. So that's why today we see what happens, how to life cycle analysis has to be carried out. So actually the life cycle analysis, there are three words are associated with this. This is what generally this is long run test, endurance test, or tribological assessment, tribological analysis. LCA has been done by the two ways, that is process based analysis and that is experiment based analysis. Now, if it's a process based analysis, it is for the manufacturing part. So it is a technique to assess the environment aspects and potential which are associated with the products, process, or any services. So here initially what we have to do is we have to comply, then we have to assess, and then we have to go for the execution. So this is what the analysis. So here in experiment-based analysis, we have to examine the potentiality of any components or fuel which we are using with respect to the base data. So an engine test stand in a facility used to develop characteristic and test engine. So we'll move furthermore with this one. Suppose we see an example with respect to the point view, process point of view. इसमें क्या होता है कि प्रोसेस पॉइंट व्यू जो होता है ना, उसमें क्या होता है कि सपोज कि कोई एक इंडस्ट्री है, ये एक लाइफ साइकिल ऐसा है कि जिसके अंदर इंडस्ट्री के अंदर कोई एक पार्ट्स हम इसको मैन्युफैक्चर करते हैं, इसको प्रोडक्ट जो बाहर आती है, इसका डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन होता है, इसका यूज होता है, फिर इसकी लाइफ ओवरऑल हम घर पे कोई भी चीज ले लें, वील टेक एनी आइटम्स इन द वर्ल्ड व्हिच आर मैन्युफैक्चर्ड, सो इसके प्री डिफाइंड लाइफ होती है. आफ्टर दैट इसको रिसाइकल किया जाता है, रॉ मटेरियल आता है, फिर उसका मैन्युफैक्चरिंग प्लांट में फिर से वो रॉ मटेरियल आता है, एंड दिस इज व्हाट द साइकिल, इट इज अ रिसाइकलिंग प्रोसेस. इन बिटवीन देयर मे बी अ डिस्पोजल, देयर मे बी अ रीयूज, देयर मे बी अ वेस्ट पार्ट. So this is the process point of view life cycle analysis of any product. Same way if I say for vehicle life, so again it is a safe vehicle life that हम vehicle का use कर रहे हैं, इसको remanufacturing हो रहा है, इसका manufacturing हो रहा है, इसका pre-consuming scrap में जा रहा है, again it's a cycle. So this is what the recycling or life cycle of any product. But as far as this automobile is concerned, these are the different processes for the process life cycle analysis. I'm not talking about experimental based life cycle analysis. In the process based life cycle analysis, there may be, suppose this is the material, manufacturing, then packaging, then distribution, then uses, again disposal, again rematerial, then material. This is what I earlier said, that this is a process based analysis. But if you see life cycle based analysis, experimental based life cycle analysis, so here you see this is the engine part. Is it audible? Everyone, please. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. This is the engine in central part. This is the engine. It is a schematic diagram. This is the engine. Suppose normally what we are doing, we are just researching during this portion only, this portion and this portion only. We are not moving with this portion. This is on the basis of this, you can identify the parameters, performance of engine, you can identify the emission of the engine, but this is particularly for the small range of operations, not for the long range of operations. If you have to move with the long range of operations, then you have to analyze the life cycle. So here life cycle, maybe it is on the basis of wear analysis of the engine components, and lubricating oil analysis, which is there in your sand, in your lubricating tank. So again, this can be done by the two ways. It is a qualitative analysis and quantitative analysis. So normally what we are doing in a quantitative analysis, we are taking the dimensions, we are doing the weight, and then surface roughness. While qualitative analysis, we are saying the pictorial views. हम देखते हैं कि पिस्टन को हम अपर सरफेस पे कैसा दिखता है, क्या है, कैसा दिख रहा है. तो ये जो हम देख रहे हैं, दैट इज द क्वालिटेटिव एनालिसिस. पिस्टन का वेट करते हैं, इसका डायमेंशन लेते हैं, वो आपका क्वालिटेटिव एनालिसिस है. वैसे ही आपका लुब्रिकेटिंग ऑयल पे आप जा रहे हो, तो उसके अंदर आपको ये देखना पड़ेगा कि भाई लॉन्ग रन टेस्ट, दैट मीन्स कि यू हैव टू रन द इंजन फॉर अ पर्टिकुलर पीरियड एज डिफाइंड बाय आई स्टैंडर्ड 10,000. कि भाई आप इंजन को 30 दिन के लिए चला रहे हैं, आप इंजन को 50 दिन के लिए चला रहे हैं. तो वो पीरियड में आपके इंजन कंपोनेंट में जो भी वियर हो रहा है, वो वियर आपके इंजन ऑयल में जा रहा है, लुब्रिकेटिंग ऑयल में जा रहा है. लुब्रिकेटिंग ऑयल के अंदर जो भी डेब्रिसिस मेटल आ रही हैं, इसकी आपको एनालिसिस करनी है. दिस कैन बी डन बाय टू वेज. It is atomic absorption spectroscopy analysis, AAS, and second that is ferrography analysis. So while doing these all parts, you can conclude that by use of this oil, my engine component is wear this much percentage. इसके एक लाइफ हम आइडेंटिफाई कर रहे हैं. ऐसा नहीं है कि हम कोई भी फ्यूल को यूज कर ले. नॉर्मली व्हाट हैपेंस कि इंजन चलाने के लिए जिस ऑयल से आपका दिया जलता है, वो ऑयल से इंजन चलता है नॉर्मली. लेकिन हम चला नहीं सकते, क्योंकि हमें उसकी परफॉर्मेंस चेक करनी होती है, हमें इसका इमिशन देखना पड़ता है, इसकी लॉन्ग टर्म लाइफ देखनी पड़ती है. तो ये सभी एनालिसिस आप पूरा करते हो, तब जाके आप एक एस्टेब्लिशमेंट करते हो. यू आइडेंटिफाई, यू एग्जामाइन द पोटेंशियलिटी ऑफ अ फ्यूल, कि नहीं भाई ये फ्यूल जो है इसको मैं लॉन्ग रन के लिए इंजन में यूज कर पाऊंगा, जिससे कि मेरा इंजन जो है इसकी हेल्दी कंडीशन मेंटेन रहेगी, अदरवाइज आई कैन नॉट. सो दिस इज व्हाट द एक्सपेरिमेंट बेस्ड लाइफ साइकिल एनालिसिस ऑफ ऑटोमोटिव इंजन. हम ये टॉपिक पर ही हम आगे बढ़ेंगे कि ये कैसे किया जाता है, कैसे हम करते हैं. तो जनरली पहले हम बैकग्राउंड में देखते हैं कि भाई वाई, क्यों. अगर हम देखें कि आज की डेट में देखें हम सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट पॉल्यूशन ब्यूरो के रिपोर्ट के हिसाब से, तो जो इमिशन, एनवायरमेंटल इमिशन जो आ रहे हैं, उसका मेजर इश्यूज जो हैं वो हैं, these are the, I feel that these are the four parts which are contributing to create pollution in environment. This is rail transportation, sea transportation, air transportation, and road transportation. You see that 80%, here the 80% components, it shows that due to road transportation, there is an environmental pollution. So basically what we can do. So to control this vehicle pollution, I feel these are the four questions it has to be resolved. What have been done till date? What action has been taken to resolve these parts? कि हम इसको minimize कर सके, इसके लिए हमें क्या action लिए गए हैं? So for that, if you see on behalf of the manufacturer, on behalf of the central government, there are a number of boards, executive monitoring boards are there, national pollution boards are there. Government has declared this biofuel policy, again electric vehicle policy. So there are monitoring agencies, but out of that, what we achieved till date. So this is what exactly the status to reduce this emission. So I can say the two benchmarking status till date, that is one, it is an electric vehicle policy to reduce the emission, road emission, vehicle pollution, and second, that is this BS4 standard vehicles instead of BS4. These two are the benchmarking statement, we can say, status, we can say. Are we on the right track? Again, by these two establishment of these two parameters, are we on the right track? Again, we have to think. Electric vehicle. This is called ZEV, zero emission vehicles. It is fine, zero emission vehicle. Sorry. Zero emission vehicle. But what the next is? हम इससे क्या और improve कर सकते हैं? इससे और भी हम कर सकते हैं, which are different ways for forward. So here what I feel that there is some technology interventions are required for this. So we have to improve the fuel qualities. This is progressive emission norms as BS6 is there. Alternative cleaner fuel we can use. This alternative cleaner fuel, it means it is there in the national biofuel policy that we can use biofuel up to the 20% with blended with diesel. Again, we can use some additives in this fuel, biofuel, and we can make this performance better, emission better. This fourth point, what I feel that is improvement in the public transport system. If we promote this public transport system, definitely we will achieve good results on the emissions. And that is last one, that is engine components. So again, we will talk about this engine component life with respect to this alternative cleaner fuel. As I said, this is today, this is global warming. All world is really disturbed due to these global warming conditions. If I talk about the India, in India, other than automobile, 6.5 million diesel engines are used in numerous activities in agriculture purpose. Again, there is a shortage of fossil fuel, stringent emissions now. So these all parts, it shows that nowadays we have to find alternative for this C engine or SI engine, and we have to establish uh, alternative fuel with respect to the long run so that everyone can easily accept that alternative fuel. So in life cycle analysis of automobile engine, I see this, these are the three basic parts we have to learn. First, that is performance analysis of CI engine, fuel with biofuel or any alternative fuel. Then engine parametric analysis with respect to the engine parameter, and then life cycle analysis of CI engine or SI engine. Now here this performance analysis, it means this is the performance with respect to combustion, with respect to emissions. Performance, that means it is a combination of engine performance, combustion, and emissions. Engine parametric analysis, it means this predefined, pre-decided parameters given by this manufacturer. We have to replace the parameters and we have to identify, we have to check whether this engine is feasible with this parameter or not. There are a number of parameters. I'll let you know which are the different parameters. Now, here in the performance analysis, this is the first part. Normally what we are doing, I've seen so many theses in MTech. Normally what we are doing in performance part, we are using simple biofuel, any Jatropha, Carangia, yeah, any rapeseed oil or any oil. We are using this oil, we have blended it with this fuel, 20%, 25%, 5%. It's okay, fine. We use it, we have not sterilized it. We have simply added it and then we have tested it. There should be a steady state condition first. If you are using a biofuel in IC engine, then it should be as per the IS standard 10,000, Indian standard 10,000, part 1 to 4. Sorry. Now here in the performance of part, we are simply saying this engine power, brake specific fuel consumption. But we have to analyze this part with respect to this site condition and standard temperature and pressure. Normally what happens कि भाई जो engine manufacture हुआ है उसकी condition क्या है, वो कौन सी condition में कहाँ पे manufacture हुआ है, उसका standard temperature pressure क्या है, आप कौन सी site पे इसको test कर रहे हैं, you are testing in the northern India, southern India, ईस्टर्न इंडिया, सेंट्रल इंडिया, कहाँ पर आप इसको टेस्ट कर रहे हैं. तो इसके लिए आई स्टैंडर्ड ये कहता है कि भाई आप जब भी इंजन थर्मल एफिशिएंसी आइडेंटिफाई करते हो, आप इसको फाइंड करते हो, तो आप इसका अल्फा करेक्शन फैक्टर आइडेंटिफाई करो. और करेक्शन फैक्टर जो है इट इज गिवन इन द आई स्टैंडर्ड. अब जो करेक्शन फैक्टर जो है इसको आप आपकी जो भी ब्रेक थर्मल एफिशिएंसी आपको मिला है वैल्यू, you multiply with this and then you say that this is a corrected brake thermal efficiency. So कोई भी condition हो with respect to the site condition and basic standard temperature and pressure, you identify, you find out this brake thermal efficiency. Same way, you can find out the corrected brake power and brake specific fuel consumption. So this is what the first part for this. Any life cycle analysis, you have to first find out this engine performance, then you have to go for the engine combustion, and then you have to go for this emission analysis. As I said, the combustion analysis, sorry, performance and emission analysis, simply I'll take a case study. I'll take a biofuel, any biofuel. You assume it is Jatropha or anyone, you take it Repsol or anyone. I'd use diethyl ether. and then I'll go furthermore. So I took diesel as the base fuel. Biodiesel derived from the vegetable. It is esterified oil. It is a esterified oil. And then bioadditives, it is diethyl. You can use dimethyl ether. You can go with DME anyway. The percentage, we cannot use, researchers never suggest that you move with more than 30% biodiesel in any CI engine. You restrict yourself with maximum 30%. Again, there is a combustion issues. Again, there is a ignition. This pre-combustion or ignition delay, knocking tendency. So you restrict up to 30%. So here we have had it is in step of 5%, bioadditives up to step of 1%, and diesel blend. Again, load condition you have to identify, compression ratio is well defined, and then you furthermore. So then after, during the performance, each and every blend, this is whole the journey of life cycle. This is what I'm talking about from the first stage to the last stage of life cycle. So here are these few parts which are all, you all are aware about these all things. But again, I'm covering these all parts because it is a journey of life cycle analysis of any automotive engine. Now, performance, during the performance, the property of fuel is a key parts. Two properties. We concentrate on density and calorific value measurement. So again, you have to assess the calorific value and density as per the ASTM standards. Without standard and without reference, any dimension are meaningless. This has been a simple any experimental setup. So here in the first part, this performance has been carried out. You identify the brake thermal efficiency, you identify the specific fuel consumption, you identify the brake power. So I feel that as an example, 20% biofuel, I found that my brake thermal efficiency is maximum. I'm achieving a good brake specific fuel consumption, my power is fine. So this is what the 20% is a ideal blend for any CI engine. This is okay, the first step is fine. But second, with respect to this 20% blending of biofuel with diesel, the parameter which was defined by the manufacturer is 18 compression ratio. Your injection pressure is well defined, your injection timing is well defined. Have you changed this parameter and then you identify that there may be a possibilities. If you play with the parameters, you will get a better results. So there may be a possibilities. You have to change these parameters, you will get some better results. So here I have seen these three basic parameters. Normally we are using these three parameters: compression ratio, injection pressure, and injection timing. So we change these three parameters. There are a number of parameters. I'll show you the parameters. See, these all are the different parameters, engine parameters. But generally, this dark portion, we play with these parameters. But I preferred you should go with the nozzle spray angle. You should go with this nozzle tip, inlet air temperature, jacket water temperatures. So here nozzle spray angle, that means here you can identify this number of holes on the nozzle and spray pattern of the nozzle. And then again you check the performance, you will get better results with respect to the same blend of fuel. So you identify any 3 or 4 parameters, you use any optimization technique. There are a number of techniques are available, response surface methods, again Box-Bangchen method you can use, genetic algorithm, even MATLAB. You define your design of experiment and then you go furthermore. So now what happens, for particular 20% blends, you achieve this performance, this emission, this combustion. Now you change the parameters, you will get better results. And then you log these parameters. On this parameter, you are getting much more better results with respect to the manufacturer parameters. And then you go for this life cycle analysis. So what happens? Your performance is better, your parameter is better based, then you go for this life cycle analysis for particularly that identified engine parameters. So here that is what I said, that Innova analysis. Simply, I see, I prefer this is what the taste matrix. We are not following this one, but this is what a taste matrix. Normally, number of experiments are suppose B5, that is 5% of blend. With respect to the concentration of bioadditives of 0 to 5, with respect to this much load, statistical analysis, if I say for this one there is 3 experiment, there are number of 15 for 5 loads, so these 15 experiment you have to do. So this is for one blend, there are 90 experiments, and then you achieve the steady state conditions. And you can say that this my result is perfect. Not a simple one way that you add this and this, you can conclude it. It is not the way that, but normally we are doing this now. Same way you can go for this. Then you optimize one blend, as I said, on the basis of performance, on the basis of combustion and emission. And then you change these input parameters of IC engine, and again you identify one blend on which you are getting a better results. Then go for this, on that blend you move for the life cycle analysis. Otherwise, on a happy side way, you will not get better results. So this is what the test matrix on which you perform this life cycle analysis. Now on the core part of life cycle analysis, two are these operating parameters and performance. But on the life cycle analysis, so life cycle analysis, basically, as I said earlier, that is, you have to be present a comparative study with respect to the fossil fuel and the alternative fuel which you are replacing with this fossil fuel. आप जो एक फ्यूल ले रहे हैं, जैसे कि आपने कोई भी अल्टरनेटिव फ्यूल लिया हो, और आपका जो बेस फोसाइल फ्यूल है, इट मे बी पेट्रोल, इट मे बी डीजल, इट मे बी सीएनजी और एलपीजी, एनीवन, आप इसके साथ में एक कंपैरेटिव एनालिसिस दे रहे हैं, जिससे कि पता चले कि ये कंपैरेटिव एनालिसिस के अंदर कौन से पार्ट्स में कितना वियर हो रहा है, जिससे कि मुझे पता चले कि ड्यूरिंग द लॉन्ग टर्म आई कैन यूज दिस ब्लेंड, आई कैन यूज दिस फ्यूल और नॉट. So as I said in the test matrix, now life cycle. Again, the whole procedure is well defined in IS standard. In a life cycle, normally what to do during the long term, हमें क्या करना होता है, हम जो भी IC इंजन, हम जो भी CA इंजन हम ले रहे हैं, उसको आपकी जो भी आइडेंटिफाइड ब्लेंड है, उसके ऊपर आपको इसको नॉर्मली प्रिलिमिनरी रन करना होता है पहले. You have to go for the preliminary run. And it is well defined, it is 47 hours fixed. 7 cycles for 7 hours. 7 साइकिल है आपकी 7 घंटे की. So 7 days in a week, every day you have to run an engine for 7 hours. There are particular conditions for this primary load. There is 25% load for the 1.5 hours, 50% load for the 2 hours, 75% load for the 1.5 hours, and full load condition it is 2 hours. So this is the bifurcation of 7 hours for the preliminary run. ऐसा नहीं है कि मैंने इंजन चालू कर दिया, हमने रख दिया और कर दिया. Or during these preliminary runs, we have to continuous monitoring the performance and emissions. इसके अंदर there should not be any damage on the engines. अगर ये होता है, so again you have to go for the first time, from the initial conditions. आपको पहले से वो करना पड़ेगा. अब successfully when you complete this 47 hours run, engine को आपने चला लिया, इसके बाद में आप engine को monitor the engine में कहीं पर भी you have to not disassemble it, but आपको उसको देखना है कहीं पर वाइब्रेशन या कुछ आ रहे हैं, नहीं आ रहे हैं. Then you start for the long run analysis of diesel fuel with a optimized blend. इसके अंदर टोटल 512 आवर्स का एनालिसिस होता है. 512 घंटे इंजन को चलाना होता है. अब 512 घंटे जब इंजन चलाते हैं तो 32 साइकिल्स, 16 आवर पर डे. स्टार्टेड मॉर्निंग 6 एंड इट 11, मिडनाइट 11. सो 16 घंटे हर दिन 32 साइकिल्स कांस्टेंट आपको चलाना है. ये एक आपका फोसाइल फ्यूल के लिए, और दूसरा आपका ऑप्टिमाइज आपने जो ब्लेंड किए हैं ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ परफॉर्मेंस एंड इंजन पैरामीटर, उसके ऊपर आपको ये चलाना है. ये जब आप 32 साइकिल्स चलाते हो विदाउट एनी डैमेज, तो फिर आप इसका एक एनालिसिस कर सकते हैं. दिस कुड बी अ गुड रिसर्च. इसके ड्यूरिंग आपको क्या करना होता है, ड्यूरिंग दिस लॉन्ग रन टेस्ट लाइफ साइकिल एनालिसिस, हमें कांस्टेंट मॉनिटरिंग मैकेनिज्म बनाना पड़ता है. That constant monitoring mechanism, that means there should be a microscopic image analysis, component physical inspections, roughness analysis of the component, again dimensional analysis of the component, weight analysis of the component, and lube oil sample analysis at every 128 hours. It should be for the atomic absorption spectroscopy and for the family of oil sample. जैसे कि मैंने आपको बताया कि भाई मैंने एक इंजन पे स्टार्ट कर दिया कि भाई आई वांट टू गो फॉर द लाइफ साइकिल एनालिसिस फॉर दिस सीए इंजन. अब आई स्टार्ट ऐसे 512 घंटे चलाने में कांस्टेंट मॉनिटरिंग सिस्टम में मुझे क्या क्या करना पड़ता है. तो ये पहले मुझे इसका फिजिकल वेरिफिकेशन करना पड़ेगा कंपोनेंट का, इसमें क्या है, इसकी रफनेस, ये वो आगे आपको बताता हूँ इसको कैसे किया जाता है. एक्चुअल साइकिल जो आप 16 घंटे की चला रहे हैं, 16 आवर्स साइकिल, इसका भी लोड वेल डिफाइंड है, दैट फॉर द फर्स्ट 4 आवर इट शुड बी ऑन वार्मिंग कंडीशंस इंक्लूडिंग फुल लोड कंडीशन, इट इज वार्म, then 4 घंटे it is for the half load condition, then 1 hour it is for the overload condition, 10% overload conditions, then no load condition for another half hour, then 3 hours it is full load condition. So by varying this load in a gradual way, we are monitoring that there is any effect on the engine, there is any vibration on the engine or not. So ये पूरा chart जो है that we have to follow throughout our 16 hours cycle. Now see, as I said, that monitoring mechanism, life cycle analysis. So monitoring mechanism, as I said earlier, that 49 hours, 7 cycle for 7 hours, initial measurement of the parts before the long run analysis. Initial measurement of the part, that means कि आपका, suppose you move with the piston assembly wear analysis. So piston assembly wear analysis or IC engine component wear analysis. So suppose we move with the cylinder head surface, इसके conditions, इसके dimensions, इसके इसके suppose measurement of piston diameter, piston crown, propellant, skirt. So ये just जो सारे dimension है, the dimension has to be taken first, the initial step. पहले हमें engine को खोल के इसके पूरे dimension लेने हैं. हम dimension लेके इसको note down करते हैं. So during the note down, ये dimension एक आपको base dimension बनते हैं. They may be for the diesel, common for the diesel or optimized plan. तो ये बेस डायमेंशन बनने के बाद आप इसको कांस्टेंट 16 घंटे 32 साइकिल्स हम रन करते हैं और एट द एंड ऑफ द साइकिल हम फिर से इसको ओपन करके इसको चेक करते हैं कि भाई कौन सा कंपोनेंट कितना इसको डिस्टर्ब हुआ है, कितना इसका वियर हुआ है. तो our first part is we are taking a dimension of a predefined component. Component you can define for CI engine. You can go with the cylinder, you can go with the piston assembly, you can go with the cylinder, you can go with the valve, you move with the inlet valve, outlet valve, you move with the gudgeon pin, piston ring. So any parts, you take the dimension, then move furthermore. After taking the dimensions, take the photographs of these vital parts of CI engine, IC engine. इसके पिक्चुरल व्यू, माइक्रोस्कोपिक व्यू की बात नहीं कर रहा हूँ, पिक्चुरल व्यू आप पहले ले लीजिए. उसकी पिक्चुरल व्यू लेने के बाद, क्योंकि आफ्टर एंड ऑफ द साइकिल हम ये देखेंगे कि इस पर कार्बन डिपोजिशन होता है कि नहीं होता है. कार्बन डिपोजिशन अगेन इट इज एंटरटेनिंग दिस वियर. सो कौन से पार्ट पे कहाँ पर कार्बन डिपोजिशन हो रहा है वो हम देखेंगे इसका. So first part is our initial dimension, then we take a photographs, and third one is weighing of this weight of this component. हर एक component का weight लेना है. So आप weight ले रहे हो, आप ये component जो है वो component का dimension ले रहे हैं और उसका photographs ले रहे हो. ये तीन चीजें, कोई भी लाइफ साइकिल एनालिसिस, कोई भी प्रोसेस आप सी इंजन कोई भी कंपोनेंट करे तो ये तीनों पहले करनी है. ये तीनों प्रोसेस करने के बाद आफ्टर दिस थ्री प्रोसेस we will move with the elementary analysis. Elementary analysis means elementary analysis of each component. जितने कंपोनेंट के आप लाइफ साइकिल करने जा रहे हैं वो हर एक कंपोनेंट की हमें एलिमेंट्री एनालिसिस करनी है. सो एलिमेंट्री एनालिसिस में क्या होता है कि सपोज कि पिस्टन रिंग है तो पिस्टन रिंग में क्या मटेरियल है, कौन कौन सा मेटल मटेरियल है. तो हम इसको आइडेंटिफाई कर रहे हैं कि पिस्टन रिंग के अंदर क्रोमियम है, कोबाल्ट है, मैंगनीज है, आयरन है. तो ये जो भी चीजें इसके अंदर हैं हम इसको आइडेंटिफाई कर रहे हैं. ऐसे हर एक पार्ट में, हर एक कंपोनेंट में हमें इसका एलिमेंट्री एनालिसिस करना है. तब जाकर हम एंड में कह पाएंगे कि ये कंपोनेंट इतना वियर हुआ, ये कंपोनेंट इतना वियर हुआ, ये कंपोनेंट इतना वियर हुआ. Otherwise, we are not able to complete our research part. So, after dimension, weight, and physical pictorial view, we'll move with as I said, we'll move with elementary analysis. ये चारों चीजें हो जाएं, इसके बाद में you identify a points. Suppose I say, I'll tell you one thing. You identify, this is what you identify. This is a cylinder head. You identify any parts on the cylinder head. Here, any part on the cylinder head, you identify mark, and particular for that mark, you go for the scanning electron microscopic SEM. इनिशियल कंडीशन में आप SEM चेक करो, लास्ट में आप SEM चेक करो. So you will get the differences कि भाई इसमें क्या क्या मुझे variation मिल रहा है, क्योंकि this is a core part of your engine. This is a combustion part, this cylinder head. So here you will judge it. Again, one more part that is particularly on the tip of this injection, or maybe on this part, any part of the piston top or cylinder head, you mark it and you go for the scanning electron microscopic and surface roughness. आप यहाँ पे रफनेस चेक कीजिए इसकी, पहले इनिशियल, ये अभी लाइफ साइकिल स्टार्ट नहीं किया हमने. These all are the prerequisite of this life cycle analysis. So as I said earlier, that is your physical pictorial view, microscopic image, that is SCM, surface roughness, dimension, weight, and elementary analysis. So these all are the prerequisite of life cycle analysis. ये सभी अब जो भी आपके defined component है, मैं ये नहीं कह रहा हूँ कि go for the whole engine. It is very difficult to go for the whole engine components. You identify any one component. मैं आज भी आपको बता रहा हूँ कि there is very less work has been done on the life cycle. आज की डेट में भी हम यही कर रहे हैं कि हम एक फ्यूल को इंजन में डालते हैं, इसका एमिशन चेक कर लेते हैं, कंबशन चेक कर लेते हैं, हम इसका हीट रिलीज पैटर्न बना देते हैं, देन वी कंक्लूड इट. सो आई रिक्वेस्ट कि अगर आप कोई भी एक कंपोनेंट को आइडेंटिफाई करो, आप इंजन पैरामीटर, यू फर्दर मूव विद योर डॉक्टरल वर्क. आज की डेट में भी आप इसमें से कोई भी एक टॉपिक, कोई भी एक पार्ट्स को आइडेंटिफाई एनी वन पार्ट एंड यू गो फॉर द मोर अप टू द रिग्रेशन मॉडल, मैथमेटिकल मॉडल. सो कंप्लीट, दिस इज अ गुड टॉपिक. सो हियर a particular identified part point पे आप इसका surface roughness चेक करवाइए. सो ये 6 चीजें हो जाने के बाद, ये 6 चीजें आपकी हो जाती हैं, इसके बाद में आप लाइफ साइकिल पे जाइए. You go for the life cycle analysis. अब you start the engine for the 32 hours, 32 cycles for the 16 hours. और इसमें आप constant monitoring कीजिए. आप you measure this exhaust gas and you take a sample of 50 ml or 20 ml of lube oil at every 128 hours. Every 8 days आप इसमें से एक 50 ml का सैंपल से नीचे से आप ऑयल सैंपल लीजिए विदाउट अ डिस्टर्बिंग. ऐसे भी नहीं लेना है कि आज मैंने रात को गया, सुबह 6 बजे साइकिल चालू किया, रात को 11 बजे मेरी साइकिल खत्म हुई, खत्म होने के बाद इमीडिएटली यू कैन नॉट टेक. नेक्स्ट डे मॉर्निंग पहला काम ये कीजिए, उसमें से आप एक 15 ml सैंपल लें, क्योंकि वो जितने भी डेब्रेसिस मेटल जो है वो सैंपल नीचे आ जाएगी. सो यू विल गेट अ बेटर रिजल्ट्स. सो 50 ml सैंपल लेके 50 ml अगेन यू टॉप अप 50 ml ऑयल, ल्यूब ऑयल, इसके अंदर आप टॉप अप कीजिए एंड यू फर्दर गो. और ये 50 ml जो आप सैंपल ले रहे हैं, इसका हम आगे जाके पेरोग्राफी एंड स्पेक्ट्रोस्कोपी करवाएंगे, जिससे कि हमें पता चले कि इंजन की लाइफ साइकिल में हो क्या. इंजन का हम फ्यूल को चेंज कर रहे थे, इसके अंदर इसके फिजिक्स में कहाँ कहाँ चेंज हो रहा है. सो after that, after completing this portion, you complete your 16 hours 32 cycles. हम फिर से इंजन को डिसेंबल करके इसका पहला हम फोटोग्राफी लेंगे. वी टेक फोटोग्राफ्स, वी गो फॉर द डायमेंशन, वी गो फॉर द वेट, देन माइक्रोस्कोपिक इमेज, रफनेस. अगेन जो प्री रिक्विजिट थी वो बाद में हम सेम प्रोसीजर फॉलो करेंगे. देन वी पुट अ कंपैरेटिव एनालिसिस, इसके अंदर व्हाट बेस्ट वी कैन अचीव. देन वी गो फॉर दिस सरफेस रफनेस analysis. So as I said, these 5 parts, these 5 are the key process for this life cycle analysis. As I said, I've carried out for this life cycle analysis for particular one blend, that is B20 with respect to the 4% of diethyl ether. So here in the cylinder head, these are the material constructions in the cylinder liner. Suppose what happens during my oil analysis, if I found that there is some chromium or some other materials which are found excessive in my debris metal, I immediately say that yeah, my piston ring is damaged. That is, so again I will go for the more with the roughness analysis, I will go with this microscopic structure analysis, I will move with the dimension analysis, and I will go for the weight. So immediately I will say that yeah, not use this piston ring, I have to replace this piston ring, I cannot move with this fuel. Same way for the life cycle. This wear analysis, hello, is it audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Hello, fans audible?
Yes, sir.
Is it audible, fan?
It's audible.
Yes, yes.
I'm with you. Hello.
Yes. Hello. हाँ पीडी सर।
Fine.
Yes,
So
sir.
समराइज है ना बताने भाई.
हाँ हाँ समझाइए।
Okay. So here
Very
in
good, sir.
VR analysis, I've run the engine for the 16 size 32 days, 16 hours. It is actually 64 days. 32 for the diesel, 32 for the identified blends. So it is 64 days, 16 hours each. You have to monitor the engine. So at the end of the day, what I found that by use of this diesel and B20EA4, that is 20% biodiesel with respect to the 4% of additives. So here, before the endurance test, the gram of the piston weight is this. For the diesel, end of this endurance test, 512 hours, I found this, and I found this and this. So 7.1% is lower in B20A4. Same way, I found this dimension. I found dimension for this piston. I found this dimension on the cylinder head. I found this connecting rod, these sleeves, these valves, valve diameter, length of the valves, exhaust solenoid inlet valve. I have recorded these all dimensions. And then I observed that while using biofuels, I'm achieving a better result with respect to diesels. There may be possibilities because this 4% additives is a it is a catalyst for the better. It provides it promotes better combustion in a combustion chamber. So this is what you can prepare a chart like this. You can move ahead with this. You can again define another cycle, another method. This is the piston rings. So pistoning dimension, I have observed that pistoning dimension is, I have recorded the better results with respect to the diesels. This is a percentage point of view here with respect to the diesel and B20A4. So here what happens, this is the percentage wear in diesel and percentage wear in B20A4. So here in B20A4, I have achieved that less wear. This is a comparative part. It is not in, it's a broader way. So here I received that less wear with respect to the diesel. So I can say that, yeah, biodiesel can be used. Physical inspection, as I said earlier, that you have to move the physical inspection. This is a no. Here there is some carbon depositions. You see these carbon depositions. So on the tip of the nozzle, fuel injector. So normally what happens while this wear analysis is visual inspections, there is some carbon depositions found. Here in diesel, you see here this part, there is some carbon depositions in a diesel fuel engine as compared with the B20A4. Why this happened? That this may be due to the incomplete combustion. This may be due to the incomplete combustion in the combustion chamber. It is in presence of less amount of oxygen. Here, because of the additives, we are getting a better oxygen. So there may be less amount of oxides, the tip of the fuel injector. Same way, if you see here this carbon deposition on the cylinder head, on the nasal, on the diesel part. While here there is some oxides are there on the white portion. It shows that there is because of the high oxygen, much more amount of oxygens. यहाँ पर ज़्यादा ऑक्सीजन जो कंटेंट जो है एडिटिव्स की वजह से यहाँ पर ऑक्साइड्स ज़्यादा है. थोड़ा वाइट पोर्शन दिख रहा था. दिस इज द ऑक्साइड पोर्शन. हियर कार्बन डिपोजिशन ज़्यादा है. अगेन एज आई सेड दैट दिस इज बिकॉज ऑफ द लेस अमाउंट ऑफ ऑक्सीजन. ये कार्बन डिपोजिशन यहाँ पे ज़्यादा हो रहा है. तो हमें ये सोचना है कि भाई इससे हाउ वी कैन गो फर्दर मोर. जैसे कि डीजल इज अ fossil fuel, लेकिन to avoid this carbon deposition, to avoid this abnormal condition combustion, what the best we can do. So this is what the way that you can establish, you can examine the potentiality of any other alternative fuels. Same way this piston skirt, here this piston skirt, you see that on the piston skirt there is almost it is this skirt is scrub out. Here in B20 it is not scrub out. While in the valve seat, again you see this on the valve seat. So this way you can conclude that yeah, while using these additives or biofuels, we are getting a better results in the combustion also. Again, if you see this combustion analysis with respect to the diesel and B20A4, you will achieve a better normal combustion in B20A4. Everyone has reviewed so many articles in the CA engine, in ICA engine on the performance analysis, biofuel. But to the best of my knowledge, what I feel that the performance point of view, while using a biofuel, we are not getting much more results. हमें इतना अच्छा रिजल्ट परफॉर्मेंस में नहीं मिला है कोई भी रिसर्च हाँ बट एग्जॉस्ट पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू वी आर गेटिंग अ बेटर रिजल्ट्स so exhaust to achieve these better results with respect to the exhaust part it shows that this abnormal combustion will again play a key role. As I said, see, this is a surface roughness and microscopic closed surface roughness analysis. Sorry. This surface roughness and microscopic close, it is a scanning electron microscope image. You see any parts. As I said earlier, you identify this. This is the portion of the piston top. You see any parts. This is a 50% magnification. This is a 1000 magnification. The roughness value is this, and the mean roughness value is this. So you see this portion and this portion. So you'll identify that the roughness of this one is much more higher with respect to the V20A4 in diesel parts. So आप कोई एक parts को identify करके कोई एक जगह पे आप इसका basic up to the depth analysis करेंगे तो you will achieve a good results in light scale analysis. Same way I have identified 6 parts. No need to go with the 6 part. You move with only piston assembly. No need to go with the cylinder head. So here again you see this portion on 1000 magnification. I found that its roughness values are much more higher in diesel compared with the V20A4. So on the basis of these all studies, these all studies of components, I conclude that I feel that during the life cycle analysis we can use biodiesel, but not 100%, up to a certain limit 20%, 30%. अब ये वियर तो हुआ है, ये दिखता है कि सरफेस रफनेस की वजह से मुझे पता चला, माइक्रोस्कोपिक इमेज की वजह से मुझे पता चला कि ना वियर इज देयर. तो कौन सा पार्ट वियर हुआ है? हाउ कैन आई नो दैट दिस पार्ट इज वियर? वो मुझे कैसे पता चलेगा कि भाई मेरा जो पिस्टन रिंग जो है वो वियर हुआ है, सिलेंडर हेड वियर हुआ है, वाल स्ट्रीम वियर हुई है, वाल सीट वियर हुआ है. तो ये करने के लिए आपको ल्यूब ऑयल एनालिसिस करना पड़ेगा. अब ल्यूब ऑयल एनालिसिस जो आपका है वो ल्यूब्रिकेटिंग ऑयल जो हमने पहले बोला कि एवरी 128 आवर्स आपको एक 50 ml का सैंपल लेना है और 50 ml का जो सैंपल आप ले रहे हैं इसको हम एनालाइज करेंगे लुब्रिकेटिंग ऑयल के साथ. तो ये जो है ये इट गिव्स इट इज एग्जामिनेशन ऑफ योर lubricants properties, your suspended impurities in wear metal abrasives which are collected in the lube oil sample. So lube oil analysis are performed on the oil sample taken, as I said, taken from the oil samples. And again, actually every 128 आवर्स, जैसे कि पहला साइकिल है 128 आवर्स का, दूसरा साइकिल है 128 आवर्स का, तीसरा साइकिल है 128 आवर्स का, तो चौथा साइकिल है 128 आवर्स का. तो ये चारों सैंपल में यू विल गेट अ डिफरेंट जैसे 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 साइकिल आपकी बढ़ेगी वैसे वैसे आपका डेब्लिसिस मैटेरियल कम हो जाएगा, क्योंकि एक स्टेडी स्टेट कंडीशन आ जाएगी. इनिशियल फेज में जो वियर होना था वो वियर हो जाता है, देन वो एक स्टेडी स्टेट कंडीशन आ जाती है इंजन की, फिर वियर वो परसेंटेज कम हो जाता है. सो उसके लिए हम स्पेक्ट्रोस्कोपी करते हैं, हम फेरोग्राफी एनालिसिस करते हैं. फेरोग्राफी एनालिसिस स्पेक्ट्रोस्कोपी में जैसे कि मैं आपको बताऊं कि फॉर दिस cobalt what I feel that during the diesel every 4 sample, and for this B20A4 in the diesel I'm getting a much more abrasive metal of cobalt in lube oil, while in B20A4 it is laser. So अब ये कोबाल्ट जो है आपको इसको एनालिसिस करना है कि कोबाल्ट में से इंजन का कौन सा कंपोनेंट बना है जिससे कि आप कह सके कि भाई ये वियर हुआ है, वो इंजन कंपोनेंट पे वियर हुआ है. Same with manganese, chromium that basically we are using for the piston ring. So like with ferrous, aluminum, copper, zinc. So by doing this step by step, doing this all analysis, you can conclude that ये component आपको wear हो रहा है. अब जैसे कि इसकी फेरोग्राफी कर रहा है, फेरोग्राफी एनालिसिस इज व्हाट दिस फेरोग्राफी इज अ प्रोसेस कि इसके अंदर एक सैंपल स्लाइड बना के हम इसको माइक्रोस्कोपिक एनालिसिस पे एग्जामिन करते हैं फेरोग्राफी एनालिसिस में, जिससे कि कंपोनेंट की लेंथ पता चलती है कि कोई एब्रेसिव मेटल जो है उसकी लेंथ वियर कितनी हो रही है, कितना नहीं हो रहा है। ऐसा तो नहीं है कि भाई हाई हीट टेम्परेचर में वो कंपोनेंट पूरा वियर हो गया है। सो ग्रेजुअली एवरी 128 आवर साइकिल हमें पता चल रहा है कि लार्जेस्ट कंपोनेंट कितना है, स्मॉलेस्ट कंपोनेंट कितना है डीजल के अंदर एंड V20A4। आप इसको कोई भी चेंज करके आप फर्दर आगे बढ़ सकते हैं। नॉट नो नीड टू मूव विद V20A4, यू मूव विद एनी वन। सो ग्रेजुअली आप इसको स्टेप बाय स्टेप आप आगे करते जाएंगे तो यू विल गेट कि भाई जैसे जैसे आगे बढ़ रहे हैं वैसे इसके WSS की जो लेंथ, जो WSS मेटल की जो वो कम होती जाएगी। तो ऐसे स्टेप बाय स्टेप आप इसका इंजन का लाइफ साइकिल करते हैं तो यू कंक्लूड कि भाई ये फ्यूल अल्टरनेटिव फ्यूल जो है वो हम इसको यूज कर सकते हैं। Till date, I'll tell you, till date, what I observed, what I observed, the work has been carried out is only on the basis of these three parts, as I said. इसके अंदर भी काम हुआ है। Mr. Agrawal, IIT Kanpur, Mr. Agrawal, and few fellows from IIT Mandis, they have also carried out some wear analysis. They have done good job in the wear analysis. They have done good job. Again, they have done good job in the wear analysis, but not with respect to this part. Not with respect to these engine parameters. I suggest someone that you should choose the point. If you want to go for the further research, you should go with the nozzle spray angles. You identify the nozzle spray angles, you identify the nozzle spray time, go with the atomization period, then go for this life cycle analysis. So that you, again, number of holes, you identify the number of holes, you optimize this part, and then you go for the more. So you will get good topics, you will go with the good parts. What I observe, as I said during this parts, what I observe is, as I mentioned few things in my conclusion, that is during this part, I observe that P20A4 is normally this part is less wear, low compared with this diesel fuel. It is 63% in case of the cylinder liner and 52.7% in the piston. अब आप इसकी लाइफ चेक करोगे, you will go with, I have used it for the 512 hours. If you go with for this 1 lakh kilometers, you convert it into 1 lakh kilometers. At the end of the 1 lakh kilometers, you found that, or you say that my engine is collapsed, fully collapsed. I have to replace the whole engine at the end of the 50,000 kilometers. So same way, this manufacturer are calculating these all parts in the same way that the life of components. So here I conclude that this is what the life cycle analysis. Basically, life cycle analysis, as I said, that you have to concentrate. Sorry, you have to concentrate for the prerequisite condition and after conditions. And throughout this life cycle of 16 hours, 32 cycles, you have to observe. Again, इसमें अगर कोई collapse हो रहा है, आपका engine में कोई component damage हो रहा है, throughout this process, तो again आपको वो process जो है इसको फिर से start करनी पड़ेगी. You cannot repair it and you cannot move it again. क्योंकि आपकी जो initial condition आपकी piston ring की जो होती है, आपकी initial condition जो cranks आपकी हैं, piston pin की हैं, वो change हो जाएगी. So you will not get the better results. So again, you change the fuel, you change the engine parameters, and you go with some more life cycle analysis of CA engine or IC engine. Thank you. Thank you very much. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. PD sir, thank you very much.
Hello.
Analysis being done for automotive engine.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, to say vote of thanks.
What of thanks you are giving? Hello. Good afternoon, everyone. I thanks Professor P.D. Patel for nice presentation. this kind of life cycle analysis, which is again a very important whenever you are going for or blending any biodiesel with any fossil fuel, because we have a regular engine for fossil fuel way back since 18th century. But whenever you are clubbed with any other fluid that do have impact on your engine and engine associated components. So it was really nice presentation. Professor P.D. Patel explained thoroughly, and I thanks again being part of this STTP. Professor P.D. Patel, thank you very much for your presence and nice presentation. Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. I'm not feeling good today, so I'll conclude so fastly. 3 days back, again, I am suffering with some coughs and this viral infection. So, but thanks to all. Thanks
No,
to
no,
all.
really it was very nice presentation. Wonderful, sir. Wonderful. Thank you very much.
Anyone has any questions regarding this?
Participants, any question from your side? Speaker is open now. The forum is open. Any participants having question regarding the what speaker has discussed, you can ask.
Normally, we are doing research. This is basically it is almost all our teachers. So what happens? Normally, we are doing research, but research with respect to the outcomes, we are never thoughts. Just keep it side that this club these all parts and we conclude it. But if we conclude with respect to the remarkable achievements, then it could be fruitful for everyone. Hello.
Sir, yes, we are listening. Hello.
Yes, Jatin sir. Hello. Yeah, professor. Hello. Sorry.
Hello. Any question?
Thank you. Thank you, Kuldeep sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thanks to all. Please. Thanks for inviting me for this STTP. Thank you very much. Thank you, sir. Shall I close now?
Yeah. Yes, sir.